as somebody who engages regularly with Christian missionaries, I've noticed a recent steering away from the traditional Genesis 1:26 arguments to much more of a focus on arguments such as the angel of the Lord. Could you maybe give a breakdown of this argument?
You know, Christians are in an unenviable predicament. You know, as much as I'm critical of the religion that they adhere to, they're not in a good situation. I'm not going to say my heart goes out to them. I just wish they'd study a little bit more. But imagine walking into church on Sunday morning, and then from the moment you walk into church to the time you leave church, I don't know, whatever long it takes, 2 hours, right? It's Jesus just straight through. It's just, it really is a personality cult about Jesus. The whole thing is Jesus straight through. It's hymns about Jesus, right? Imagine that, right? And then you look at the Hebrew Bible, Tanakh, and there's nothing about Jesus. It just doesn't match. It's not just a different orientation. There's no personality cult. And moreover, in Tanakh, I've often said that no one would ever dream of, as much as you and I look forward, like Mashiach could be coming very soon, especially now, right? And it's very possible that we will witness the resurrection in a matter of days or weeks. I mean, we're very close to the end now, right? So imagine what it would be like if we were to meet Yeshayahu, Isaiah, right? I mean, that would be, meet Daniel, it would be amazing, right? But no matter how amazing it would be to meet Abraham, our father of blessed memory, right? None of us would ever dream of worshiping any of them. No matter how high our regard is for them, the notion of worshiping Jeremiah is just insane. It's just, why would you if someone were to even suggest that, you go, you have to be mentally ill to think that, because in Tanakh, the greatest people, every mistake they've made is highlighted for everyone to see. Every shortcoming is highlighted for us to learn from. We would just never think of worshiping Moses. What? You crazy? We would never do that. We would be in awe. If I saw Shmuel Hanavi, I would be shaking. I would. But because Tanakh is always oriented vertically to God. We would never dream. I want people to observe this. We would never dream, reading Tanakh, to ever worship any of the great saints that we've encountered there. Conversely, it's very easy to understand that when reading the Christian Bible, going to church, that all you find is Jesus, 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 and people are worshiping. Now, in the Christian Bible, Jesus is not God equal, but he's way up there. It depends on what book. So missionaries are left with a Hebrew Bible with no mention of Jesus. Like, where is he? Like, he's supposed to be the second person of the triune Godhead. So what they have to do is they're looking for shadows and types. They're ghost hunting, which means any personality that emerges that's mysterious, there's our Jesus, right? And even though the Christian Bible, and very specifically the book of Hebrews, begins by saying that in the old days we follow what the prophets said. That's verse 1. But now we have Jesus Christ to take care of all that. So, bingo, like it's right in your face. But in chapter 1, verse 4 and 5, right away, he's saying Jesus is not an angel. And, where does it say you are my son? And where does it say, you'll be to me a son? Misquoting 2 passages from Psalm 2. So Hebrews argues against this. Now, the book of Hebrews was written about 64, while the temple was standing before the war. So what happens is Christians are simply looking in Tanakh, and this is, by the way, church fathers were doing this going back to the 2nd century, and an angel of the Lord is Jesus, And now there's a tricky part here, and this is why they could get away with this to someone who has only a superficial knowledge of the Hebrew Bible. And that is that in Tanakh, angels are very frequently called God. Now, we don't speak that way, but Tanakh does. And therefore, this can be exploited, could be weaponized. As an example, when Jacob wrestles with an angel, you wouldn't know it was an angel if you're just reading the Torah. And Jacob says that I fought with God, I struggled with God, and I was victorious. He wasn't fighting with God, he was fighting with an angel. Well, Hosea 12, verse 4 supplies that information, and it all makes sense. Manoach, the father of Shimshon, of Samson, encounters an angel. We're told very clearly it's an angel of the Lord, but he's bringing an offering that he encountered God. Now, it's understandable that someone encounters an angel field, they've encountered the divine. But so missionaries will do this. Now, as a thought experiment, to demonstrate this, imagine if there was a passage in the book of Numbers that said that God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son so that anyone who would believe in him would not perish but have everlasting life, right? Now, if it said that in Numbers, right, do you think missionaries would be looking for an angel of the Lord? The answer, of course not. They have an open verse in Tanakh that's a Christology. I mean, this is so naked and transparent. So what's happening is they have to impose it, even though an angel is a messenger. We see in the book of Exodus that an angel cannot forgive sin. And that's why they use it, because there's nothing. They have nothing. So that's why it's sort of this dials back to the beginning of our conversation. If Christians didn't have Tanakh, then they could say they just believe in Christianity without Tanakh. But the reason why Christianity is demonstrably false is because the core tenets of the Christian religion are opposed by the prophets of Israel. And I want to just train you. I'm saying something rather fantastic. So I want people to push back, but we can go to Judges chapter 2, verse 1 as an example. V'yal Malach Hashem. It openly begins to say that an angel of God came from Gilgal, okay? And he said, Vayomer, and the angel said, that I am the one, I'm just translating, I'm the one who took you out of Egypt, and I brought you to the land of Israel, that I swore to your forefathers. Well, what's going on here? With an angel saying this, I am the Lord your God? So in Tanakh, that's something that's conventional. We don't talk that way, so missionaries, of course, exploit that as well. If you enjoyed this program, please like and subscribe.
אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא עת נעשה בחפצו כל